Onebar and Lupagus Show, your daily source for everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus Show. I am Lupagus, and there's rumblings and rumors going out there the Vikings could be looking to trade for a backup quarterback. Before getting that, know this video is brought to you by Minigrown. Head over to minigrown.com. Use promo code ONELUP. Get 50% off your order. One of the best damn deals around. Minigrown, fantastic gummies, fantastic drinks, make you feel so chill and relaxed. So definitely go out there to minigrown.com and use the promo code ONELUP. Let's talk about Vikings trading for a backup quarterback. And Ben Gosling out there spreading these rumors, starting these rumblings, stirring this pot. He first says this: "I won't be surprised if the Vikings traded for a backup quarterback before the season starts." He said, "I think there's going to continue to be a hunt for an option here. If they found something they liked that worked in a trade, I wouldn't be surprised if they found a way to make something happen. I don't think that's a settled issue at this point. Obviously, Sam Howell's struggles in camp are leading to all this talk, or the reason this talk is going. If he was lighting shit up, it would be mum. There would be no talk with the Vikings trading for a quarterback to back up J.J. McCarthy this year. And Sam Howell has struggled. He's thrown a lot of interceptions in camp. Seems like he's not really adjusting to KOC's system. Vikings traded for him back in the draft. They just swapped a draft position to get him. And everybody thought, okay, you know what? He's a former third round pick. A lot of potential here. KOC can work with him, can mold him. He's a quarterback whisperer. Sounds like those whispers aren't hitting home so far. And we're only, 10 days into camp. It's not like it's, no one's, this guy maybe is falling because there's these rumors about trading for a backup quarterback going around. So maybe it is falling a little bit. But Vikings do have a lot of draft capital here. You got all your picks. You got 3 potential compensatory picks. So Vikings are loaded for them for draft capital next year. So they do have, picks to make. And it'd probably be a mid-round pick, a 4th or 5th round conditional type of pick to get a backup quarterback if Sam Howell that continues to go south as it has so far. So Ben Gosling doesn't stop there at his initial tweet. He does add one more. And this is the one that's going to get people all riled up. And I think this is just going to make this thing get hotter and hotter and more of a talker if Howell's struggles continue. He says, "I don't think it's impossible. There's still a good relationship there between Kirk Cousins and Kevin O'Connell. Everybody would have to be on the same page about what roles are, what expectations are. That would be the biggest hurdle." And to me, that's not even a hurdle. I think Kirk Cousins knows where he is in his career and what he is. And if he does come back to Minnesota and trade, he knows he's not coming here to start. He even said it during quarterback season 2. He said, if I would have known if the Falcons were going to draft a quarterback, I would have just stayed in Minnesota. It's the same circumstance. It's the same situation. They have the guy for the future. I'm the guy, the placeholder, the mentor, the backup. And that's why he went to Atlanta, because he thought he could start for a couple of years. That wasn't the case. They went and pulled the trigger on Michael Penix Jr. Kirk Cousins was kind of blindsided by that, thinking that they signed him to be the starter, to be the guy for a couple of years. And he said, you know what? I would have stayed in Minnesota. I love Minnesota. Everything was great here. KOC's one of my best friends. I know the system. I'm familiar with all the weapons. Why would I want to uproot my family and move if I just know I'm going to be the backup? So I don't think there's any hurdle there. Like, Kirk Cousins comes here via trade. He knows what he's going to get and what he's going to be. Like, that's not a surprise. That's not a shock. I don't think there's a hurdle there. It's just the potential of, will the Falcons trade him and what would they take for him? I'm thinking a 4th round pick, conditional 4th. 5th round pick that could be a 4th. To me, that's fair. That makes sense. Because here's the deal. This is J.J. McCarthy's year. Ride or die. If he's bad, whatever, you stick with him. You let him ride this thing out. You got to know if he's the quarterback or not. But let's say he gets hurt again, right? You got a very good defense here. Maybe potentially one of the best in the league this year. Just what we're hearing so far in camp, how dangerous this front 7 is. Yes, the secondary has some issues. It doesn't matter if your front 7 is as tenacious and as deadly as it's shown so far in camp. Strong running game. You can win a lot of football games. You can win championships. Baltimore did it in 2000 with a strong defense, a strong running game. You can win a Super Bowl that way. So I think you can still do it. You can still compete with that intact. But Cousins gives you more than that. He knows the system here. He knows these weapons. He can make this work even at his age that he's at and his lack of mobility. It doesn't matter. He can win you football games with the run game, with the defense, and he could do it himself too. So you have 3 ways to win games there. If you're all in for 2025, if this is your Super Bowl window, this is your Super Bowl year, I think you maybe look to make this deal if Sam Howell does continue to struggle. Obviously, Jason McCarthy, you want him to be healthy, you want him to be the man, but this makes a lot of sense on paper. And the fact that it's Kirk Cousins, our former quarterback, it's only going to get hotter and hotter as the summer goes on if Sam Howell continues to struggle. Like, this is only going to get louder. So this is the whispers. This is the cuff. This is starting to be more than whispers. This is starting to be a talker now. And we'll see if it continues. It's only going to get hotter, only going to get louder. And I know a lot of you guys are going to have strong feelings about this one way or the other. So let me know in the comments what you think. Vikings potentially train for Kirk Cousins. Kenny Pickett's out there training last, just had a nice preseason. I don't think those are the guys you trade for. It's got to be an established veteran, a guy you can rely on. And Kirk Cousins makes the most sense of any other option out there. So let me know what you guys think, because I do think this is very interesting. And I think you guys will have some strong opinions. Some may not want him back. Some may want him back more than anything in the world. We'll see what happens if number 8 returns to Minnesota. But in the meantime, guys, keep your skull in your